Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing okay. If I'm gonna be honest, these past few days haven't been exactly the best. But we're here to have a good time, right? Hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been like a week or so. I've got some updates that I'd like to share, but we'll get to those eventually, if I don't forget. But welcome to the late-ish Saturday stream. Was thinking about streaming yesterday, but something came up. But we're here now, right? That's all that matters. Super Earth. Why did I get transported back here? Yeah, anyways, I've been playing this game a lot off stream. If you can't tell. I think I was like level 6 or 7 last time I streamed. I've been really trying to raise my level so I can unlock the higher stratagems, so I can, you know, do the whole solo thing a little bit easier. I think I've managed to get all the way up to challenging. So, you know, yeah, it's a slow but steady climb. But I haven't logged in a couple days, so I haven't gotten a chance to read all the new stuff. I heard a new War Bond got released, so I'll have to take a look at that. Response to increased enemy threat. Requisition level 4 modules for super destroyers.
The siege upon managed
Major order lost.
Let us rally to her defense.
Establish and hold the Menkent line, consisting of the planets Menkent and Lesoth. Establishing this defensive line will allow SEAF engineers to begin construction of orbital defenses on those planets. Alright. Let me make sure. Okay, friends only. Major order. Menkent is like almost all liberated, so I guess we'll go do that. I've been trying to play this game completely solo. I played 3 matches with some people because for whatever reason, it deactivated the friends only thing in the settings. And I was like, oh, that's weird, why isn't it launching? And like, some other people joined and I tried scrambling to quit game and I couldn't find it, so I was like, okay, I'll just play with these guys. It was kind of fun not having to rely on just yourself for once. But we do things a little bit differently here. Retrieve valuable data. Sabotage airbase. I think I actually want to warm up first with a medium. Destroy transmission network and conduct geological survey.
One mission remains.
Sabotage airbase and launch ICBM. Okay, I'll do this one. I actually really enjoy the ICBM missions.
Initiating FTL jump to the Menkent system.
I just kind of hope that the internet doesn't cut off, because I've been having a lot of issues with
FTL
just
jump successful.
dropping connection with this game.
Pods primed. Mission coordinates locked.
But let's get into it. Let's see. Let's drop here first, and then we'll make our way. Yeah, this is a good spot. I've been rocking the Executioner helmet. It was on the store like a couple days ago, and I got it specifically just because this visor is blue. I think it fits. I've been rocking the light armor. Shotgun, actually a pretty good weapon.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Let them come. Let them brawl. Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldivers. Sending down support weapon.
Tagging map. Northeast, 200 meters.
Alright, I think we're good to go. And we've got the satellite thing here, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I've been just kind of on and off trying to raise my level as much as possible. And it's been kind of a grind. I've been really worried about going up the difficulty levels, because I played one challenging on a bug world, and like I dropped right next to a charger, and I was like, okay, I heard the flamethrower was pretty good, so I'll try that, and I did exactly that, and the charger did not go down, and I had to resort to using the other guns, the other stratagems, and then the bug breaches just kept on coming. It was not fun. So I figured I was just not ready for challenging. And then I heard, or I should say I read, that if you're doing the medium pretty well, you're ready for challenging. Like, I don't know if I'm fine with that exactly. But I tried it, right? And except for the Hulk that spawned in, it actually wasn't really that challenging. It wasn't that different from medium. So I don't know if it was just the bugs that were hard to deal with or what, but I don't know. I feel like I'm making progress.
Security once more. The extraction shuttle awaits your request.
Oh, this is a thing. Hey, Eric. Hey man, what's up? How was your weekend? It was less than stellar. I'll say that. But for the most part, it was okay. How are you? How was your weekend? I forgot I have to start picking up these samples now. I've managed to upgrade a couple things on the Super Destroyer, but they are just super expensive. Yeah, I won't make that throw. I've read that if you try and destroy all the facilities and stuff, the bug nests or the bot facilities, you just end up making the map harder for yourself because you destroy more things and then they keep spawning in more or something. There's like a correlation to it. So I try to not really go out of my way to destroy them anymore. Especially since you get a lot more XP for just doing the mission quickly instead of destroying everything or doing everything on the map.
That's empty.
At least that's what I've found. Doing great, it was good, no complaints. That's good to hear. Alright, let's get out of here!
Tagging map. South, 100 meters.
So back at it with conquering planets in the game, nice. Yeah. Although conquering is a strong word. I'd like to say spreading managed democracy. This place, right? Awash looks easier than the other place you were at. You could say that. I have leveled up a whole bunch and unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. So that might... That definitely makes things a lot easier. And plus, I think fighting the robots in general are a lot easier than fighting the bugs. Oh, and here we go with the fire tornadoes. I just had to say it was easier.
Last reload.
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
This place looks a lot easier, I mean. Yeah.
1 minute.
For sure. You know, except for the fire tornadoes. I still haven't really found a way to deal with these things. But
Bag's empty.
I've heard the bots are harder to deal with.
Next up. Next up.
But personally, I find them easier. You know, they're a little annoying at times, but I find the bugs just swarm you.
Reinforcements have been launched.
And with that, it's a lot harder to deal with.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Oh no, not the fire tornado.
T-minus 10 seconds.
Dude, tell me about it. I still think I've died more times to these fire tornadoes. They just seem to linger on where you are. Like, none of them are over there. There's like none over there. But they're all like 2 right next to me. You know, how does that work out?
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Today you carved another foot in a long climb to liberty.
Yeah, I get that sweet, sweet XP.
Mission accomplished, and quickly too.
All right, I don't have anything else to do here, so we're just gonna move on. What have you been up to, Eric?
Must submit weekly urine sample by 0400.
What?
Mission coordinates logged.
You been playing any games lately?
Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
I haven't really gotten a chance to play anything other than a couple hours here and there to level up here.
Pod launch initiated.
Cover, courage, and more cover. Boy, ain't that the truth.
Let them come. Let them brawl. Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldivers.
A really good spawn.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. 50 meters.
Sending down equipment package. Deploying support weapon.
Is there any game lately that you've been wanting to play but haven't gotten the chance to buy or have played?
Objective near your location.
Let me think. Not really. Not for the most part. But let me think about it.
Throwing grenade.
Nothing really comes to mind, like, straight away.
One step closer to mission.
Which I guess means... not really.
Tagging map. Northeast. Far.
But I'm sure I've seen something that I was like, oh man, I really want to play that. Oh,
Dropping a
I did
pin.
not see this.
200 meters.
Yeah, I might as well just do this first.
Found something.
Do the escape pod and then circle around. I find this game likes to really spread out the objectives. Oh, and we got the two-player thing. Which I guess isn't really a surprise, right? You're supposed to play this game co-op. So, I guess the point is, like, half the team goes doing the objective and then half does the sub-objective. And then you all kind of congregate together at the end.
Keep Liberty.
Tagging map. Northeast. Far.
In my case, I always wanted to try and play Star Wars The Force Unleashed for the Xbox 360. That game looks awesome, but never been able to play. Really? I'm gonna be playing that game next month. For the Star Wars thing. But, I've always played the PS2 version of it. And it was only like a couple years ago I got to play the 360. It is really fun. It is, I haven't seen this one before. It's a game that is really much better on the... Well, at the time, they were the next generation consoles. It's like the PS2 version doesn't really hold a candle to that game. But, yeah, it is really fun. I would say that's like the gold standard for Star Wars games. Even the newer ones like Fallen Order, I think. Like, they still don't... Well, at least in my opinion, they don't have that same... That's the same charm of that first Force Unleashed. But yeah, if you end up getting a chance to play it, you're gonna have a good time. Planning on getting that game next, and we'll put it on my list of games I want to play.
Democracy has landed.
Oh! These guys blow up. Sometimes they blow up. And this guard dog will just destroy them right next to me. And it is never a fun thing.
Dropping a pin. North. Far.
Yep, this is definitely that type of game which is better playing it with other people. First game I played similar to that is Siphon Filter Omega Strain. Which there's objectives that can only be done in co-op multiplayer.
Eagle 1 rearming. Be back shortly.
I've seen kind of a decline in multiplayer focused games for the past couple years now. This is only like really one of a couple that have come out in the past few years that is actually, I would say, kind of highly regarded. I know there's that Suicide Squad game, which I don't think I'll ever play, but I don't know, I'm kind of mixed on the whole multiplayer only stuff. Because for most of my gaming career, for most of the time that I've been playing games, I've only really been able to play by myself. So whenever there's like a multiplayer feature in a game, I'm always like, oh yeah, that's something I'll never play.
Last reload.
So I don't know how I feel about multiplayer only stuff. You know what I mean? Because like it must be pretty fun to play with other people. but like I don't really play with other people. And like really getting a chance to coordinate with others is really tough. But I don't know. There was a time back in quarantine that my friends and I would do nothing but
KIA deploying replacement.
play games.
Request approved.
And at the time, you know, it was only pretty much Call of Duty
Heading to the front.
that we could play together. So if at that time I think this game would have come out, it would have been quite the banger. But I don't know. I'm sure people that have like a group that gets together are having a blast playing this game.
Mag's empty.
Granted, I could probably just join somebody else's match. But I've also heard that there's a huge kicking problem with this game, so I don't know. I noticed that many games during the late 2000s
Minutes remaining.
was released. Games being released on PS2 and the newer generation like PS3 and Xbox 360. Of course, the newer generation versions are the better version of the game. Yeah. And since I would always have the older version, I would usually play the same game, but worse. And when I would eventually play the newer version, I would be like, why is this so much different? This is like way better. Then again, my prime example for that would be Spider-Man 3. I streamed that game last year, around the same time, because it was finally, or maybe not finally, but I finally noticed that it was actually playable on the emulator. And I finished it for the first time. But I've heard so many bad things about the 360 version of that game. So I'd rather just stay away from it.
West.
But I know for the most part, the newer quote-unquote
Like the taste of freedom.
versions of those games tend to be the best. I mean, even during the PS2, when I was playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Xbox version of that game is the way to play it.
Democracy has been well delivered. May your extraction be swift.
Nice, and it's in that direction too. Oh, that's right, I have to play the classic collection, don't I? That's really cool. It's one of the reasons why I like the ICBM missions. But I digress. There was a whole generation of games that came out with multiplayer that I have never experienced. But I think it's always a good thing to include
Location. West. Cancel that.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
single player elements to multiplayer games. The fact I can play this by myself is a good, a very wild but good thing. Like a James Bond game called Quantum of Solace. Huge difference being that on the PS2 version is third-person view and the PS3 version is first-person. And the gameplay was like Call of Duty style. I have heard of that game. And it is one that I want to play eventually. But I didn't know it was on... I didn't know it was on 2 console generations. I thought it was always just, I thought it was a 360 game, to be honest. I don't know how I'll play it, but I gotta play it eventually. The Call of Duty thing was definitely one of the selling points for me.
1 minute.
Yeah, it's fun playing with other people sometimes. Some people are kind of toxic and kind of ruin the fun of the game. Or when trying to cooperate with the other players since you don't know them. Yeah, I kind of ran into that issue playing with the other guys. Since I'm really embarrassed to turn on my mic when I'm playing with random people. But we ran into that communication issue.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone. Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
So I guess it's really important that multiplayer games like this have the communication system, you know, like
I need supplies. Affirmative.
something that, to bring it back to Call of Duty again, the first Modern Warfare did pretty well.
Extraction complete.
Not so much the second one. And even Fortnite needs some help in that department. But yeah, then again, it's the same with the PS1 and Sega Dreamcast and PS2. Then later, PS1 games were better off being played on Sega Dreamcast and PS2. That's funny, I always forget about the Sega consoles. But yeah, the Dreamcast was around the same time. Dude, honestly, that game Quantum of Solace is great. Maybe not the best 007 game, but it's still good, and I feel like the PS2 version is better, especially since it has more stealth elements too. Alright. The PS3 is just straight up another Call of Duty game, only that it's 007. I'm sure it's still fun, but I just prefer the PS2 version, to be honest. Alright. Since the PS2 version would be easier for me to acquire, I'll see if I can play that one first, and then play the PS3 version, and then I'll compare them. So it's good that you told me. Otherwise, I would have just played the PS3
Well
version.
done. Take command of the galaxy's liberation.
Alright, now that we've done that, we've done our warm-up, let's go to challenging. We're almost there. I think this planet will be liberated tonight.
A successful operation. Liberty rings true this day.
Alright, we're doing this one. Sabotage the airbase and retrieve valuable data. Both missions I really enjoy.
Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
I've heard that Quantum of Solace was, or
Orbit synchronized.
I should say is, it is a hard game to get a hold of now. Since it was licensed, the only way to get one would be to get a physical copy.
Launch initiated.
It's kind of what I ran into with trying to get the Spider-Man games on the 360. Since all of those are also licensed, there's like no real way to get them except from physical discs. So I feel like we're gonna run into that issue a lot more as time progresses.
Remember this. Every day is a good day to die for democracy.
Since a lot of games nowadays are digital only, eventually they're all gonna get delisted and there's gonna be no way to play them. Oh, it is right here. I think the 3DS has already run into that issue. But a community push has been made to archive all those games. So unless we get a whole community dedicated to preserving these games, there's gonna be no way to play them.
Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
Which is gonna become more common. I'm not gonna be able to get this with just one. Or maybe not.
Request a permission progress logged.
Ah! Yeah, much more challenging.
North, far.
Crazy to think they would only send one guy. One guy to do this. Considering all the stuff going on. You know, from an in-game lore perspective, why would they let just one guy do this? It's because I'm crazy. I can get it done. Nah, I'd extract. I have no idea what this is. So I should probably get closer and try and take it out.
Deploying equipment package. Take liberty. Enemy tactical asset within liberty.
Detector tower? What does that mean?
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Yeah, there's like no way to deactivate this with the panel. So either we blow this up, or we drop a hell bomb on it. Yeah!
Hell bomb request approved. Deploying now.
When in doubt, blow it up. And we got one of those. That's a Hulk. So far, that is the scariest enemy.
Driver lost. Sending replacement. Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Ready to liberate.
All right. Where did it drop? There it is.
Hell bomb arm. Clear the area.
Yeah, this guy's not gonna get caught in the blast. So if I drop an autocannon sentry, should be able to get rid of him. That is, unless I can just run from him. Yeah, it kind of is hard to get the game. It's also the third last game of the 007 game series, really. Does that include the N64? Is that part of the... Was that game part of the series? I've only played Spider-Man 1 on the PS2, but I heard that Spider-Man 2 and 3 are the better games and that they're open too. I've only played a little bit of Spider-Man 1, but I can tell you for sure I've never played Spider-Man 2 either, but that is the best Spider-Man game.
Main objective near your position.
Just from what I've heard over the years. 3, not so much.
Delivering payload.
But
Another triumph for managed democracy. May liberty guide your safe extraction.
I like 3. That's the one that I had growing up. So of course I'm gonna like that one.
Must defend prosperity. Bag's empty. Get some. Get some.
Alright, we gotta extract now.
Tagging map. East. Far.
2 rare samples, that's pretty good. I need like like 18 more or something, 17 more for the next upgrade. So that's still a huge grind. And plus the new level that just unlocked for the upgrades. I've heard that a lot of people are having trouble grinding the samples. Flying robots just give me Skynet Terminator vibes. Doesn't this whole area give you Terminator vibes? You know, I'm using a shotgun, but there are like plasma electricity guns. One thing I'll say is that the environments are spectacular. It really does feel like you're in the middle of a war.
Found something!
Ooh. 100 credits. It ain't much, but it's honest work. They even did a remake of the game for the Nintendo Wii and PS3, which is good too in its own right, really. Oh, yeah, the N64 GoldenEye game is a 007 game. Alright.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
So the whole James Bond game series has been going on for a while. Do you have a favorite weapon already in this game? I would say it's probably the shotgun I'm using.
AT-AT -1 minute, 30 seconds.
It's not like the other shotgun I was using before. This one is actually kind of... Oh. It's kind of automatic, so you don't have to continuously pump it every time. Pump it. And it also has the shells with the magazine, so you don't have to just do one by one individually. And it pretty much one-shots everything. So far, it's been my favorite. And it has really good range. Like, imagine shooting at people this long distance in Call of Duty.
AT-AT -20 seconds. AT-AT -10 seconds.
Oh, I should probably resupply. I forgot to do that.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing in progress.
Oh, and it dropped right on the fire. There's no way I can pick those up. Ah! Everything's on fire! This is fine. Oh! Go! Ah! Yes!
Complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Just barely made it.
Today you carved another foot in a long climb.
Can you imagine if Sarah O'Connor shows up to help kill the robots? Yeah, imagine a crossover event with Terminator. That would be cool. Yeah, basically, it's been going on since the early 80s of 007 games. Since the last 007 game that came out was in 2012. Oh, that came out in 2012, wasn't well received by 007 fans. They decided to not make another game. Hopefully some other game studio decides to make another 007 game one day. Yeah, isn't there like... Well, I've heard that another reason why they can't release the 360 remake of GoldenEye is because nobody knows who owns the rights. So I don't know if that applies to future games. But from what I can tell, nobody really knows if they're allowed to make another game. But, you know, things change. I'm sure someone will eventually put the time and money towards finding out. Oh yeah! I can get the 500 kilogram bomb now. This is really useful for those bile titans. But for now, I don't think it's really necessary. Then again, if I get this, I can probably move up a difficulty. So, who knows? Hello, Evangelina. Hello there, Jedi Knights. How are you guys? I'm doing fine. Everything is fine here. Small radiator leak. But we're all good here. We're fine. How are you? But genuinely. Arc thrower unlocked. This is pretty good. But I think the grenade launcher is still what I want to be rocking with. And that's it. The goal is to level up 5 more levels so I can get the shield generator. And I think once I get this, moving up in difficulty is going to be a lot easier. Since for now, the only thing protecting me is whatever armor that is.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
I'm good. I was watching Queen, the movie. Really? I've heard it's pretty good. It's on my to-watch list. Would you say that it was pretty good? Or what? What's your opinion? Do you recommend the movie? I think I should drop here, because then I can go straight here and then circle around back to the extraction. Yeah, because if I drop over here and do the objective first, I'm gonna have to run across the map again. And that's not very efficient. It's not very democratic. And apparently Akari is playing Fallout New Vegas?
Hellpod launch initiated.
New Vegas is a really good game. I don't blame him.
down support weapon.
Dropping a pin. North, 50 meters.
Sub-objective in your vicinity.
Here they come!
Freedom forever!
I think I've gotten used to switching around the weapons and whatnot. Because I think I said last time that I was annoyed that if you press a button to do something and you get hit, it'll just cancel the animation and you have to press the button again. I think I just had to get used to the mechanic. Because now I think it's just second nature to just constantly be mashing the buttons.
Tagging map. East. Far.
Alright, and we're gonna have a long walk. I still do get confused with the arrows. I will press the opposite of what it says for whatever reason. So if I ever play a fighting game, just know it is not gonna... It's not gonna be fun to watch. It's amazing, I recommend it. Any Queen fan, or anyone new to Queen who wants to watch how the band got together. Alright, that's a pretty good endorsement. I do like my fair share of Queen.
Found something!
All that for some medals, huh? 2 medals. I'm actually saving up my medals for the new War Bond, which is like the battle pass. Fortnite battle pass. Except it's how you unlock new equipment. So I'd rather save up all of those so I can just unlock all the stuff quickly. Because I heard it's pretty good. Not all of it, mind you, but some of it is definitely worth taking a look at. How many Fallout games is there? Terminator. I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh yeah, have you seen the FNAF movie? I heard and remember Iowa talk about it last year or something. Are the movies good? Let me get through Fallout first. I think there's there's the first 4, then there's 76, and then there's the Brotherhood of Steel games, which I think are another 2. I want to say at least 7? Oh, and New Vegas, yeah, 8. I've only played 4, 76, and New Vegas. And out of all those, I still only play New Vegas. There's a TV show coming out, an Amazon original, and I think that's why. I think there's like a sale on all the Fallout stuff right now. There was an update to Fallout 4 like a couple days ago, and that game came out like in 2015. So they really want to promote this thing, which I think is why Ikari's playing it. Might have heard all the buzz. Oh, this is not good. Ah! Yeah, they don't call this challenging for nothing.
Deploying replacement. Request approved. Reinforcements have been
So basically, New Vegas is the better game.
Joining the fray.
Pretty much. If you haven't played any Fallout games and you want to play one, I would highly suggest New Vegas. It's a bit old. I know for the longest time Ikari didn't want to play it because of the controls, but I think when you get used to those, the game is really fun. Like the story and the gameplay are really where it shines. And the locations. The whole game kind of shines. But that's coming from someone who's biased, so take that with a grain of salt. But I think for the most part, people would say New Vegas is still the best Fallout game. There's like a whole history behind it, which I won't really go into, but the original creators made it after some back and forth with Bethesda, so they really know what's Fallout. And I think that's where the newer Fallout games kind of fail. Bethesda doesn't really know what Fallout is about. So, I don't know. Just my opinion. FNAF movie. I did end up watching it. I think I told Iowa about it. It was okay. I'm not a huge FNAF fan. So, the movie wasn't for me. But I kind of enjoyed it. It had a good story. It was kind of what's the word? It was unreal, to be honest.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Seeing a game that so many people have kind of memed on. trying to listen for the beep. Was that it? Okay, yeah, it is. Okay. A game that's so ingrained in, like, a lot of culture. Which is kind of weird to say out loud. But I guess it really is. A lot of people grew up watching people play the FNAF games, and MatPat was a huge part of that whole craze. I never really got into it myself, but Ikari was really big into FNAF, so I'm sure he had fun watching it. But I don't know, I think it's good. Even if you're not a FNAF fan, I think it's worth a watch. I wouldn't say to, like, expect anything too crazy. But if you've got nothing else to do, it's definitely some way to pass the time.
You have ignited the torches of liberty.
There we go.
Dropping a pin. Southwest. Far.
And I think the main actor is Josh Hutchins, I think. He did a pretty good job acting. He really got the feel that he's kind of been dealt the wrong hand in life. And he's trying to persevere through it all. So, I really enjoyed that. But, yeah. After all, every movie based on groups and singers are like musicals since they all sing their most famous songs in their career. If you don't mind those types of movies, then I'm sure you will enjoy the movie. Yeah, I don't think I'll mind. I am kind of a poser when it comes to Queen, I'll say. I'm not really big into their stuff, but I do like their music. So I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I do like a musical type of movie here and there. But when they ever make movies based on artists... Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we should probably... No, I think I can make it. Yeah, if I just run, I can avoid the explosions. Famous last words.
Reporting to the front.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
This has to happen like really quickly.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery. Extraction is available. Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Guard dog. Did I pick up the samples? Yeah, I did. Man, this must be what being in war feels like. Ah!
Tagging map. Northwest. Far.
Let's see, I might have put that too close to the edge. Okay, perfect. I think there was a sample I could have picked up there, but that's fine. But when they ever make movies based on artists, they always add scenes that did not happen in real life in their careers, and exaggerate things, so don't really expect everything in the movie to be true. But they're still fun to watch. Hope you enjoy the game.
You are moving outside the mission area.
Alright. When I watch it, I'll be sure to keep my wits about me. To kind of pivot from that, just really quickly. If you want to watch a movie that says exactly what happened and does not conflate the facts about a real-life person, I would say the Al Yankovic movie is really good. That movie does not kind of exaggerate what happened. It tells you exactly what happened in his life. Because he had like a direct hand in making the movie. So if you ever watch that movie, just know that everything that happened is completely 100% real. Honestly, I kind of like the FNAF games. The theme song of the first game was a banger and extremely catchy to me. I memorized some of the lyrics by now. Really?
There's something here.
The only game I could not play is Sister Location, but I heard it's good overall. Sega? Sega. I've only played the one FNAF game, so you know, I couldn't really say. The movie I meant. Damn, autocorrect put game in place of movie. Yeah, I kind of figured. But the message is still the same. So don't worry about it. I think Akari would be a better representative. I think he's played like all of them. And if not, he definitely knows what goes on in those games. The only one, now that I remember, the only one I would really be interested in kind of diving deep into is, I think it's called Security Breach. I watched a streamer play it when it came out, and I thought it looked like a lot of fun. I'm not one for the point and click type games that they are. So having the 3D environment and moving around seems more my speed.
Say hello to democracy.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
These guys just come from everywhere.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
I was gonna say. Good thing there's no fire tornadoes, right?
T-minus 10 seconds.
Oh boy.
This is Pelican 1. I have vision.
Oh, come on!
This is Pelican 1. Preparing for touchdown. Complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
You have maintained our way of life.
Almost a close one. I figure Iowa obviously has played all, or at least played most of the games. Yeah, I don't know. I would think so. Unremarkable. I barely made it out of there with my life. Markiplier and PewDiePie played those games too. PewDiePie was really good in that game too. That was kind of the golden era, wasn't it?
A lot of dead bots down there. Good job.
I would say for a lot of people, back when Markiplier and PewDiePie were really big into that game, is when YouTube was really in its golden era. Because like their popularity kind of,
rage against the enemy's tyranny.
I guess, rubbed off on a whole bunch of people during that time. So I don't know. I would think for people really big into FNAF, that was a crazy time to live in. For a little bit during quarantine, now that I remember, I was watching Markiplier play FNAF. And I think he's like the only person, or like one of the first people, to do custom night something on like all difficulty. Ultimate custom night. Something like that. Even today, that is still an iconic video.
Operation accomplished. Your valor is beyond question.
Yeah, we're not doing that. It's not really a good mission. And this one was search and destroy and sabotage. Oh, let's do this one. I think search and destroy is better than waiting for the civilians to maybe run into a fire tornado and die. At least with this one, if I fail, it's gonna be my fault.
Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters. synchronized.
Actually, let's drop in over here so we can make our way straight towards the extraction.
Launch initiated.
Let them come. Let them brawl. Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldivers. Sending down support weapon.
Okay, let's do this. Maybe if I didn't choose such a mountainous drop zone, I could have immediately... Oh, that's a tank. That's not good. That's an enemy that doesn't appear until the next difficulty. That could have been really bad, actually. No. Ah. Top 10 anime moments. Taken right before disaster.
Joining the fray.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. When the new Silent Hill game comes out, is there anything you expect from the game? Like anything new or something to be done better in that game? I would expect... If anything, I would expect them to do worse. To be completely honest. Until I see an actually good game right in front of me, I do not believe their lies. No, I feel like, if anything, they're gonna expand on James and Mary, and they're gonna ruin the whole suspense, and they're gonna over-explain everything like, oh, Pyramid Head, he's actually a form of demonic essence that that emanates from the town or something. So I don't really have high hopes for it, but I want to be at least somewhat optimistic. I want to say they're going to improve the combat, kind of expand on the weapon choice. I've seen some screenshots of the game already, and I think with the school or something, some school, or no, the apartments, I think. They're taking inspiration from a movie that I think the original team took inspiration from before. So I would expect the environment to be a lot better. Maybe less fog all around. That would be nice. But in general, I don't know. All I can do is hope. wow, I should not have blown this thing up. Because I'm gonna have to blow this up anyways. So, I don't know. If I think of something else, I'll bring it up. But as of now, I just hope it's good. I remember when even the bucket challenge was new. That's funny you should bring that up. I saw a meme a couple days ago. Well, I've been seeing an increase in LeBron James memes, and there was like the clip of him with the ice bucket challenge, and I was like, oh, that's right, I remember when that was a thing everybody was doing. And it got me wondering, like, how fast time moves. You know, it feels like, yeah, like you said, I remember when that was new. When that was all the rage. And, you know, that was like 10 years ago. So that's crazy to think back on. I also want to say that since last time you did the stream, a few days later, there was a song that played I haven't heard in a while, which is Party Rock, and Tonight We Are Young. And I remember when we were talking about songs that took over the world like Gundam Style. Yeah, crazy. That's just history, I guess, right? The world keeps on moving, and you kind of just don't notice when things change. You don't know that you're living in the good times until after you've been through them. Sorry, that was really depressing. The best anime moment I just witnessed. I guess one of the best parts of just talking all the time is that you will say something, and then for whatever reason, the universe will be like, oh yeah, I'll make it happen, and then you just blow up. Kind of like that.
Democracy has landed.
Ooh. I could be in real life, just normally living, right? And I will say, wow, good thing it's not raining. And then suddenly, for no reason at all, the sky gets dark. And I'm like, wow.
Reload.
What are the chances of that?
Bounce
One of my absolutely favorite things to do is be like, wow, I haven't seen any bugs lately. And then I'll like turn the corner and there's a roach like scurrying like on the wall. And I'll be like, wow, I'm really glad I said that. I'm really glad I thunk that out loud. Okay. Don't know how that blew up, but I'll take it.
Tagging map. East. 100 meters.
I've got 2 minutes. Yeah, I guess. I've heard that if you call in the extraction, all the enemies are gonna like spawn on you and whatnot. But if the game automatically calls it for you after the time has run out, there'll just be no enemies? Or something like that? Like the dropship will just drop instantly instead of waiting the 2 minutes? So I'm gonna test that right now. If I wait the 1 minute, is this dropship just gonna instantly be here? Also, this thing is gonna... The Super Destroyer is not gonna let me drop anything, so I'm gonna drop everything now. That works. Autocannon.
Deploying sentry. Sending down support weapon.
Just in case. Oh yeah. Take that.
Coming in hot.
Super Destroyer leaving low orbit. Emergency extraction shuttle deployed.
Oh no, that's a 2-minute extraction window without any supplies. Or I should say without any support. So I should have just called the extraction anyways. Okay, that's nice to know for the future. I sure hope a Hulk doesn't spawn in, or a tank. Boy, wouldn't that mess up my day. Because then I don't have any way to destroy them. Just tempting fate. I like to laugh in the face of the universe and be like, yeah, I just said that. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. And... Yep. Yeah. The only time you really need to extract is if you want to collect your samples. I had like 4 rare samples there. That would have been nice to bring back. Yeah. It's the look of someone who didn't make it back.
A lot of dead bots down there. Good job.
You know what? Let's try it out. kind of curious. By the way, guys, if you could change your names to something else, what name would it be? What names would you give yourselves? Ah, okay. One thing you should know about me is that I am terrible with names.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
You can probably tell. Soul of Audacity.
Synchronized.
That's the name that I thought would be the coolest. I don't know. I would probably choose something that's modest. I wouldn't want like something flashy. And I'd probably stick away from from biblical names, you know, like Gabriel or Michael or something. Cuz you know, I don't want that kind of pressure on me. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I do kind of like my name. So, I don't know. Oh, that'll be easy to take down. Let's drop in right here.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Today the light of liberty will grace the skies of this world once more. Deploying equipment package. Deploying support weapon. Sub-objective near your location. Hellbomb request approved. Deploying now.
Get some! Get some!
KIA deploying replacement.
Nice. The bullet didn't kill me. It was hitting the rock that did.
Reinforcements have been launched.
I don't know.
Doing the sprint.
Helldiver lost. Sending replacement.
Oh.
Request approved. Reinforcements.
Oh, you know what? You see, I'm prepared for this.
Point me to the enemy.
I need to play the siren, the doo-doo, doo-doo, and then put the nuclear symbol. That actually didn't really do much. Yeah, not a lot. It didn't even take out the fabricator. Huh. I don't think that's the way you're supposed to use it, though.
Helldiver lost. Sending replacement.
Yeah, I haven't even destroyed one of these things, and I'm already down to 2 lives.
Reporting to the front. My life for Super Earth!
Hellbomb request approved. Deploying now.
North, 100 meters.
Hulk would destroy those robots. I do not doubt for a second that any Avenger would be able to just pull apart these robots. They had... Thinking about that now, they did exactly that with Age of Ultron. You know, except for Hawkeye. I'm sure he couldn't, like... No offense to Hawkeye, but like... I don't think a bow and arrow would do much good here. Then again, he did destroy a whole bunch of those robots. In my case, I would say Dante. That's a good choice. Oh, you know what? In that case, I would say John. If I could choose my own name, I would pick John. With the reason being that it is so boring and generic that, you know, it wouldn't even be something you would have to remember, you know. Nothing flashy, nothing like, oh yeah, look at me. This is my name. Unless I put like an X in John. But the X is silent, you know?
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Oh yeah, now I remember. This is not a good spot to be in. We have to destroy these things and just move. If we stay here waiting to destroy all the enemies, they will never stop coming.
One step closer to mission completion.
There it is. This is my little hack I found. Instead of going to the panel itself and taking down the thing, if you just shoot it, that's it. Instead of running all the way there, wasting time. You know, when in doubt, just blow it up. Oh, actually, should I go over here? I'm gonna have to run across, but no, even then, still. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Especially Thor. Oh, if I had Thor's hammer. I wouldn't even need to drop from space. I could just like lean over the railing of the super destroyer and just drop it, and then everything would just, it would hit with such a force that it would just destroy everything. Yeah, these guys don't give up. They're like robots or something. This is exactly what Earth is gonna look like in like 100 years. It really is gonna be like Terminator. Due to all the AI stuff. Everybody just misusing AI and like calling it names and stuff. This is what the Earth is gonna look like.
Tactical asset near your position.
Oh, the radar. I guess. Isn't really a good time for this, but I'll do it anyways. It's gonna be... Earth is gonna look just like this, and the robots are gonna find a way to block out the sun. Just like in the Matrix. Where the skies are gonna be completely black and everything's... All the plants are gonna die. And we're gonna have huge smokestacks like that polluting the Earth. Because robots love to, I shouldn't have done that. Robots love to survive. Despite all odds. I don't know what I'm saying.
Reinforcement budget depleted.
Hawkeye can just use explosive arrows against the robots.
Reinforcements on the way.
That is true. You know, you got me there.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
And I'm dead. That's... Yep.
Stokes the forge of tomorrow's victory.
No, if I didn't stop to do the thing. Oh, not bad. 200 XP for a failed mission is pretty good. Still don't have any. I don't have enough samples for the new stuff. So maybe. 99 point. What is that? Okay. Subliminal messages much?
The operation has failed. We must try again elsewhere.
Oh, it's the same mission. No. Okay, I'll do it again. I'll see if I can actually stay alive.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Just about anyone from the Marvel heroes can handle these enemies.
Orbit synchronized.
Oh yeah? What about... No, yeah, you're right. What about Squirrel Girl, huh? I would love to see Hawkeye use one of those joke arrows where he pulls out a regular arrow, but then the tip expands and it's just a boxing glove. And it hits a robot right in the jaw. And then everybody's like, oh, whoa. I didn't know you still had those. And then everyone like makes a joke about it. And like Hawkeye's like, yeah, I thought I got rid of those. And then everyone's like, ooh. Yeah, never let me get on your bad side. And then everyone starts laughing. Haha.
this. Every day is a good day to die for democracy.
Hell yeah, ain't that the truth? I love democracy.
Deploying support weapon.
Are we just gonna talk about Marvel now? Listen, I think... Okay, here's my controversial opinion. I think once we started getting into the whole mystical side of Marvel, and, you know, the whole Josh Whedon-ism of Marvel is when it really started going downhill. The tone death of the movies are, I think, what really killed it for me. You know, constant jokes and the lack of seriousness, I think, really detracted from the movies. Do you guys still watch the new movies that come out? Or have you stopped? Do you watch the older movies? Because, like, for me, after Endgame, I just kind of stopped. I was like, that's a good end.
Not today! Hellbomb arm! Clear the area!
But I have seen some of the newer releases. Like the newest Spider-Man, the newest Doctor Strange. I just don't think they're good. I mean, I don't think the plot of these movies really matters anymore.
Dropping a pin. Southwest.
At least before Endgame, there was a plot to the movie, but you knew that this movie was integral because it played into the grander story. So when you would watch the newest movie, you would be like, oh, how does this tie into the overall world? But now, it's just kind of like, what even is the point? You know, Thanos is dead. There's no more Infinity Stones to collect.
Sub-objective near your location.
What even is what is the point of continuing something that's already ended? You know what I mean? At least for me. I think some of the older movies weren't as good, but, you know, like I said, they connected, so you would still watch them anyways because you'd be like, oh, this movie ties into the next one that's gonna come out, and that's the one that I'm actually interested in. Because, like, for example, was never a huge Ant-Man fan. Still am not. But those movies were integral to setting up the whole quantum realm. So, if you wanted to know how they were going to implement that into the next movie, or how that was going to connect to the overall story of the Infinity Stones, you kind of had to watch it and then be like, oh, you know, I didn't know I was such a huge Ant-Man fan. I'm so glad I was kind of forced to watch this.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Yeah, these guys are really messing my day up. Okay, I felt like I had more samples though. That's fine.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Making progress.
Tagging
Oh
out
yeah?
north, far.
Am I really? Doesn't seem like it.
Helldivers never die.
Oh, just running into more and more enemies, huh? The Marvel movies were all good and went downhill after Endgame. It was a good ending for the Avengers movies. Yeah. If they just ended it there. The world would have flying cars. That's how much of a detriment continuing the franchise was. But the newer movies are good, but not as good as the ones before it. The best Marvel movies I've seen are Thor, Captain America, and the Winter Soldier, and Avengers Age of Ultron. Ant-Man was a funny movie, I like it.
Mag's empty.
Yeah, I felt like each movie before at least had its own identity.
Freedom never sleeps.
You know what I mean? I haven't seen the first two Thor movies, so that might explain something at least, but at least you could see that,
Last reload.
I don't know, some movies were made with different intentions. That's not even what I'm trying to say.
Request approved. Deploying now.
I guess I feel like all the movies are just the same. They're all the movies now are just the same guy, the same girl, making jokes and
Hell bomb arm.
fighting the enemy and then just killing them and then that's it. Or, you know, I forgive you and then we never see them again. Like,
Sub-objective in your vicinity.
I don't know.
Mission is focused.
I don't know how to describe it. There's no point, I guess. There's nothing different about them. They're all the same person, just with different names.
Reinforcement budget depleted.
Flying cars, Back to the Future style.
Reinforcements on the way.
If they stopped making Marvel movies, we'd have those huge tubes just across the country. You know, that you could just travel in. Like from Futurama. I could have just called a hellbomb him the first time here.
Hellbomb. Request approved. On its way now.
But, yeah, I knew that they would never stop making them. Because they just made too much money. But I don't think it helped that they moved all the storytelling to TV shows. Did that hell bomb ever go off? Sure doesn't seem like it. But I remember after Endgame, I was kind of excited to see. Yeah, that. Oh. Did they blow it up or something? They blew up the hell bomb, and that's why it didn't blow up. They destroyed it. Cause like, I definitely armed it.
Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
Okay, but I don't know when. I don't think it's going off.
KIA deploying replacement.
That's really weird.
Reinforcements have been launched.
I guess to end the topic, or to finish up my thoughts, I was excited after Endgame to see what they would do, and they just ended up doing nothing. It feels like it's just stagnated. Every movie's the same, nothing progresses. There's no point to it. They're just continuing with no good reason. It feels very hollow and shallow. They're not trying to do something new like before. They're playing it safe. And I don't really like that. So
Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
I guess it's just a shame. There we go.
Has been well delivered. May your extraction be swift.
Yeah, now I can die.
Throwing grenade.
I miss Futurama. The intro was good. Fry is a funny character. Bender too. Did you ever see King of the Hill in South Park? Funny thing is,
Good.
I never did.
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Whenever it would come on, I think my parents were like, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't watch that." So I never did watch it. Like like when King of the Hill would come on after Cartoon Network went offline, you know, and it became Adult Swim. My parents were like, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't watch that. That's not for you."
Lost. Sending replacement.
And I would be like, "Okay," and then I'd switch the channel.
Request approved.
So after
Have been launched.
a while, I just kind of got into the habit of, oh, it's Adult Swim. Yeah, like I shouldn't be watching this. I'm gonna switch it. And King of the Hill was usually the first show to come on. So when the intro was playing, I would be like, okay, I can't be watching this. And then I'd switch it. And the same thing for South Park. I'd be flipping through channels, and then I'd see, oh, wow, it's another cartoon. And then my mom would be like, oh yeah, no, that's not for you. It looks like a cartoon, but it's not. Because she would actually watch it. Or at least for some point in time she did. So I never did. You know, and now I don't know, I don't really seem that interested in it. I've seen a couple episodes here and there. There was a point in time that they were just streaming every single episode on YouTube 24/7. And that's when I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun. It's pretty funny. But I just haven't... I never got a chance to really get into it. But I have seen a whole bunch of memes about it. And in my book, memes are as a good a form as of... What am I trying to say? Let me rephrase that. If I start seeing memes about something, I'll usually check it out. And I know a lot of the references because of it. So, I don't know, maybe one day I'll just catch up on it all. But that list is like ever growing.
Hellbomb request approved. Deploying now.
No. Okay, which way to extraction?
Dropping a pin. East. Far. Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
We'll just ignore that my character kind of sunk into the floor there. And it's this one. This is the one building I needed to destroy.
Hellbomb request approved. On its way now.
Everything is destroyed. Except for this.
Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
Oh! And I ran straight into another thing. Take this. That's way too close.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining. No one trying to rearm.
Party Rock is in the house tonight. Everybody, just have a good time. And we are gonna make you lose your mind. Everybody, just have a good time. Every day, I am shuffling. There was like an anti-meme floating around for a bit. That was like, Party Rock is in the house. And it was like, no, Party Rockers are in the house. That was my favorite form of brain rot. Back in my day, we didn't have Skibbity Toilet, or Kai Cenat, Phantom Tax, Baby Gronk, rizzing up, Lily something? Nah, we didn't have any of that. We had, MLG No Scope 360. Mom get the camera. Oh baby, a triple. Party Rock is in the house. I felt like I just activated some sleeper agents by saying those phrases.
Injury? What injury? Throwing grenade!
I still miss the MLG days. Oh yeah, wow. And then he winks at the camera and then he moves. Intervention, we hit sound marker.
Fire in the hole!
Deploying equipment package.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
My life for some!
Should probably put down the autocannon. I'm really scared to put this thing down. Because if one of those hulks comes in, I really don't have anything to deal with it. And then I'd have to wait the 2 minutes for it to cool down. I mean, I could probably pop the 500 kilo bomb, but you know, I feel like unless you drop it directly on top, you don't really do much.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone. This is Pelican 1. Preparing for touchdown.
Eagle 1 withdrawing to rearm.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
You have maintained our way of life.
The show was good. King of the Hill was funny. The line I constantly remember is when the main character says, "Damn it, Bobby."
The essence of war. Well done.
Propane.
I wonder what the automatons plan on doing with all the cyborgs.
That's all I know. Propane.
I wouldn't.
Alright, man, I gotta go. Take care.
I never trusted those half-human freaks.
I'm gonna start getting the game of Star Wars The Force Unleashed tomorrow. Alright. Thank you for stopping by, Eric. I think you're gonna have fun with the Force Unleashed. The controls aren't very intuitive, and I think most of the abilities you have to eventually unlock, but I feel like once you do that, and you really open up the game, it starts really becoming a lot of fun to just pick up stormtroopers and just like throw them halfway across the map. But yeah. And since you already said that the game is good too, I'll check it out sooner. Alright. Yeah, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a nice rest of your evening. Or
tidings. The automatons
or
are
night,
far
I
greater
guess.
threat to liberty than we were led to believe.
But yeah, thanks.
Mission coordinates
I'll
locked.
probably end up streaming
Hellpods primed.
more regularly now.
Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
You know what I just remembered?
Hellpod launch suspended.
I have not checked out the store yet. Butcher. Medkit? And engineering kit. Okay, that's not that bad. It's not that good either. This is that new war bond. I've heard this marksman rifle is pretty good because it's medium armor penetrating. This explosive, I think this is also a marksman rifle. I think this will also close bug nests and stuff. That's pretty good. The grenade pistol is probably the one I'm most excited for. Since I rarely use my secondary, it's nice to have more grenades. And I've heard the crossbow is actually kind of disappointing. Exploding crossbow. Is this what Hawkeye uses? Huh. Okay. It'll probably be 7 again, right? So... I don't know if I should move this way in a circle or if I should move like that. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll just drop here.
Launch initiated.
Oh, 9.
You are the best of the best.
And there's a...
To your name, live up to freedom.
Nice.
Request
Already off to a good start. There's a bot drop already. I landed right next to an unexploded hell bomb. Have a taste of freedom. Oh, that's gonna blow up.
replacement.
This game is just so unforgiving.
Reinforcements.
Okay, everything's okay. Try not to panic.
Deploying support weapon.
Crossbows are usually good in video games.
Spot outpost.
Not this one. Apparently. I don't know. It's, from what I've heard, is that the explosive doesn't actually blow these things up, but the exploding rifle does. And like the reload time that you have to take to like cock back the crossbow. It's just, it's better to switch out to a different weapon than to just use the crossbow. But then again, that is kind of just base stats. So I'm sure the devs will eventually buff the weapon. I've heard the devs are actually kind of really good at taking community feedback. So if there's an issue that somebody brings up, they'll actually like take it seriously.
Mag's empty.
Like the whole kicking problem that I mentioned earlier. If you join somebody's game and they don't like the way you play, they'll just kick you, and there's nothing you can do. So all the samples and stuff that you collected, the XP, the cash, just all of it is just gone because you got kicked. So they're looking into what to do about that. So I'm sure they'll eventually get to the crossbow.
I need stabs.
Deploying replacement.
Cannon turret.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Democracy at last.
I can already tell that I've gotten better at this game,
Outpost spotted.
because if I would have tried this mission last stream, I think I would have died immediately, like all 5 times. I would not have even stepped close to finishing the mission. And by getting good, I just mean
Prosperity.
unlocking the higher tiered stuff. There's no way you could destroy all the bots with the standard assault rifle. And then the rover here does a really good job of cleaning up what I don't hit. But then again, it could always be better. I've seen people do a difficulty 9 mission, which is the highest difficulty in this game. and just the amount of enemies that the game throws at you. It's just insane. Oh, it's one of those things. I might have to run all the way out here. I don't think there's gonna be 4 more fabricators here.
Enemy tactical asset within threat range.
Oh, and some fire tornadoes. Not a good mix.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
5 minutes left. We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver.
Oh,
Reinforcement budget running low.
no!
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Ready to deliver.
Hellbomb. Request approved.
Okay, here's my plan. If I activate this thing and then run around very...
Reinforcement budget depleted. Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Reporting to the front.
Oh, it's right here. I was gonna run around to pick up my stuff. Oh! But now I have to run around the fire tornadoes. These fire tornadoes, I think, are the next key card. There's no reason they should be here, and they are so annoying to deal with.
Mod asset destroyed.
Yeah, I've got 3 minutes to destroy another 3. So that should be... There's 2 right there. Okay. There's probably going to be another one right there.
Democracy's on its way.
I can do this.
Have a taste of democracy.
Eagle 1 rearming. Be back shortly.
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Yeah, this poor guy. There's no way I could be able to... Oh, that's a Hulk. There's no way I could be able to do this. And supposedly these Helldivers are just regular people. Maybe some slight human augmentation here and there. I heard they're like 7 feet tall. But no real like training or anything, just here's a gun. Good luck.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
But I guess that's all part of the lore, right? That's part of the world building.
1 minute left. Destroyer preparing to leave.
I haven't looked into the story of Helldivers too deeply, but from what I've managed to scrounge up is that maybe at some point the Helldivers were actually kind of good. They were this elite force, but then over time they started using the name to just get people to volunteer and push them out as fast as possible into war zones.
Sending down equipment package.
Coordinates received. This is Pelican 1 returning to extraction radius.
We're back in business.
Deploying sentry.
So that's some fun lore.
Sending down.
No! Try to get that other grenade launcher here.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, I can't even reinforce anymore. Oh boy. I sure hope that Hulk doesn't show its face here. Knowing these guys though, I'm sure it followed me all the way over here.
Get some! Get some!
1 minute.
And this thing's already done.
Mag's empty!
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Any samples?
ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
Mag's empty!
Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing. Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Democracy prevails once more.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. Here's a tip. If you ever do something very, very difficult in life, just be like, oh yeah, that wasn't so hard. Because like that was very, very stressful. You know, at times, but it wasn't so hard. Are we done? Have we liberated Menkent? Can I play on another planet now?
Well done. Lots of enemies killed, and lots of samples to help us figure out how to kill even more.
Oh yeah? Still only at 12, rare. Let's see, the next, if I want to upgrade this for a 10% cooldown, I need 40 rare samples. If I want 20% rearm time, I need 40. If I wanted more health for the sentries, I need 60. And I need 5, I think, super rare? So that's, I don't know how I feel about that. There might be a secret developer endorsed way to farm samples, but from what I can tell, it's only on a specific planet, like over here somewhere. But yeah! Yeah! Menkent has been liberated. Oh. Haha, no thanks to me, huh? There's 80,000 fighting for this planet. 2,000? 1,000? Marfark? So yeah, I think the war effort is definitely focused on Losoth.
The automatons are remorseless.
So let's go join the fight.
Not let this world fall. But a single triumph more, and the operation is complete.
All right. A better planet, hopefully.
Initiating FTL jump to the Losoth system.
Hopefully. Oh, it's green.
Jump complete. Mission coordinates locked.
I think it said this is cold. This is a cold planet. So, no more fire tornadoes. That's all I can really hope for.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Unhappy with who you are? Change your appearance and voice in the customization chamber. It's that easy. Boy, I sure wish it was that easy.
This is it. This is the solemn duty for which you were born. Defend democracy at any cost.
Sending down support weapon.
Found something.
Oh no. Rare sample. Luke! Pick up the pace, we're gonna have company! A lethal company, if you will. The land of the frost giants. Is that a Lord of the Rings reference? Yeah, it definitely looks not as hot, but still just as gloomy. Yeah. I'll take what I can get. At least there's no fire tornadoes. I think I asked Eric this, but have you been playing any games recently? What have you been up to? You just watched the Queen movie. Seen anything else lately?
For prosperity.
There was a movie that I saw.
Last reload.
and I don't remember what it was. Isn't that kind of funny? I'm trying to think. Oh, that's right. It wasn't a movie I saw. I've been rewatching a Sword Art Online. And I did not realize that they put specific dates on those episodes. And those dates are already here. So like, the 11th of April was an event in the anime. And I forgot to tweet out what happened.
Out of ammo! Freedom forever!
Deploying equipment package.
Oh, it didn't work.
Mag's empty! Sweet liberty!
Oh yeah, by the way, the legally distinct ATST walkers is what I've heard those are called. It's a Marvel reference since Thor and his people have fought against a race known as the Frost. Ah. Isn't Loki like a frost giant? Wasn't that like a throwaway line or something?
Not today! Spot outpost spotted!
All right, only 2 more. Oh, and there's a thing. There's always a thing, isn't there? That blocks the stratagems. So I have to go up close and personal for this.
Mag's empty!
Enemy tactical asset within range.
Oh!
Deploying replacement.
What explosion? I was watching Star Wars The Clone Wars
Launched.
series again these last few days. Really?
Point me to the enemy.
What episode are you on? I've been saving watching the rest of it for May. So I can get really into it again.
Throwing grenade!
You mentioned the first episode last time, right? With Yoda and the clone troopers. And been playing Uncharted 4 and Mortal Kombat. Ah. Did you know I've never played either? Oh, that's not true. I've never played Uncharted Never once. And, But my stratagems are still jammed. What? And the only time I've ever played a Mortal Kombat was when I was on a trip in high school. And one of my friends brought their Xbox with them. And we were just in a hotel room, just fighting each other. That was a weird time. Oh, there we go. That was weird. So my stratagems are jammed right here. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that even...
L-bomb request approved. Deploying now.
Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
That was so lame.
How about a nice cup of liver tea? Say hello to democracy!
Oh, and of course there's another one right here. If I can make this, I'll just leave. Yeah, okay.
Done your duty. You may extract with honor.
Tagging map. Southeast. 200 meters.
I'm at the episode where Anakin and Obi-Wan are trapped in a cave after trying to arrest the villain. If that's the one I'm thinking of, it's not just any villain, is it? It's Count Dooku. Fatality. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. I've never been good at fighting games. I would only win during those weird matches because I was playing as some character that would
One will re-attempt pickup and extraction.
regenerate health after they lost.
Sending down equipment package.
So like
Sending down support weapon.
I would get beaten, right? But then they would resurrect and they would come back and they'd have just a little bit more health. And with that, I could close the gap.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
And it was always funny to see them get mad at me because they were obviously gonna win. And then, you know, I didn't let them. But
I'm hit! Sweet liberty! The blood!
I mentioned, I think, that I got up to Mon Calamari. Like those episodes where they're underwater. For the Clone Wars. And I don't know, when you watch the Clone Wars back, like back-to-back episodes, you don't really notice, or you do tend to notice that a lot of stuff seems to be kind of how would you say, convenient.
That's empty.
I don't know. I really like the Clone Wars, but
That's called
I complained to Iowa that there are some moments in that show where Rex definitely should not have been alive.
Pelican 1, landing in progress.
Not that I don't like Rex, just if he was any other clone trooper,
Preparing to depart.
he would be dead.
20 seconds. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
And then I have to remind myself, oh yeah, it's a kid's show. Obviously they can't just kill off Rex like that. But for all that I don't like about it, I still think it's really good. I never got a chance to fully see the series when it was airing, so I'm gonna try and do that now. Not right now, but you know, probably for May.
Another victory for democracy.
The bridge is yours, Helldiver. Take us to the fight.
All right. I'll probably just do this last one. Cause yeah, I feel like I'm not really playing the game until I get to level 20. I don't know. I feel like I have to grind more so I can unlock all the stuff.
Coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit.
So, I don't know. I probably won't stream this again for a while. Maybe like after a couple days. Or after a couple streams, I mean.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Maybe I'll convince my friends to play with me. Yeah, like that'll ever happen. But, I feel like I'm constantly just barely making it out. So, in order to be more self-sufficient, I need to play a lot more off-stream. But then, you know, what's the point of doing that?
Southeast, 50 meters.
So, I don't know. I've probably been playing this too much, to be honest.
You will never destroy our way of life.
There it is.
Mission is progressing.
No more samples. Running.
Dragging map, northwest, barn.
What kind of army gives their soldiers only one clip? Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Oh. What's your opinion on Master Yoda?
Bag's empty.
I don't know. I like him.
Found something. Throwing
He's a fun character. I like that in the Clone Wars you see more of that New Hope Yoda. So like the kind of Yoda that like jokes around and kind of messes with the clones and stuff instead of always being serious. Some of my favorite Yoda episodes are when he goes to that one Force planet with the Wills towards the end of season 6 when he goes to the Sith homeworld and everything. To be completely honest, I really wanted to watch those episodes, so that's the reason why I started rewatching it. But I'm currently in like season 4, so it's gonna take a while. But I'm looking forward to those. What do you think about Yoda? Do you have any favorite characters? Any characters you hate? I really dislike General Grievous. I hate how they killed his character. I hate how they handled his character, I should say. The micro series did him better. I'll say that. So you're gonna play other new games next streams? Yeah. I wanted to play this and the Battlefront collection to try them both out for this month, and then hopefully that would have transitioned into May. But I don't know, I feel like I have to give this game a break for a little bit and then come back with some enthusiasm towards it. But after this one and the Battlefront collection, I don't really know what to play. There's nothing really that interests me. I was looking at Pal World, but I think I lost the hype for it. Do you have any recommendations? I know you told me about Castlevania. Do you think I should play that next? Because I don't know. I've been wanting to play some Doom since February. But I don't know if it's ever been the right time to play it. But I feel that way about most of the other games in my library. Han Solo is my favorite character. Really? Yeah, and I do remember telling you to don't watch the sequels, because they do kind of do him dirty. Oh, it is that way. Okay.
Freedom has prevailed. Now head to the extraction point.
Oh, and it's towards the thing again. Okay. At least we can see the fireworks. Castlevania and Dino Crisis are must-plays. Alright. Oh, Doom is good, but Wolfenstein 2.
Found something.
Yeah, I don't know, there's so many good games to play. I get like paralysis trying to decide which one. Cause yeah, those are already 4. That's a hard choice to make. But I don't know, the thing is with me, is that there's usually one game that'll, like, hyper focus on at a time. And then I'll play nothing but that game for a while, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I have some time, why not play this one? And then I'll get really into it, and then, oh, I'm not having as much fun as I had at the beginning, and then I'll, like, not play anything for a while.
Fire in the hole.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining. Extraction is available.
Oh!
Replacement.
So I don't know.
Request approved.
The one thing I really like about Metal Gear March is that it gives me no excuses, I guess. I know what to play for Metal Gear March, so it's really easy to just stream during that, I guess. But with the all the choice that I have, I end up just not doing anything. Oh, so that's something I have to work on, I think.
ready to liberate. Throwing grenade. How about a knife?
Oh, that was not fair.
Request approved.
That robot ran up right on top of me. And the grenade bounced off him.
Don't even crack.
Oh no! He called for reinforcements. A command post has been captured.
Throwing grenade.
All right, let's
Dropping a pin. North
get to the next objective.
100 meters. Last reload.
It's right behind me, isn't it? There we go. Okay. Oh, let's get out of here.
Deploying equipment package. Pelican 1 returning to extraction point. Please
Yep.
ensure you're inside the extraction radius.
That's called democracy.
No, there's so many. Why won't you die?
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Honestly, I don't know if it would be easier with other people.
Reinforcement budget running low.
Because at some point, I feel like...
Deploying reinforcements.
Okay, I thought it was a bot drop. At some point, you know, other people just get in the way, don't they? I can't just throw explosives.
Reinforcement budget depleted.
Huh.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Then again, it would be nice to have the increased budget for reinforcements.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Oh, guard dog, I need you. Did I not drop the auto cannon? I thought I did.
Sending down sentry.
Might help a little bit.
My life for Super Earth!
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Oh yeah?
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
That did not destroy any of them.
Minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Right on target.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
Okay, I got the samples. Let's get out of here!
Extraction complete. Pelican
Oh.
making ascent.
And Metal Gear is a game series that you already played and know about, while games like Castlevania, games you've never played. It could interest you in the beginning, but may not be to your liking. And won't like or something like that. Depends on the type of games you like to play.
Funding approved.
Yeah. And I guess it goes back to that, right? I guess it goes back to fear. I'm afraid I might not like playing the game. So if I don't play it, I'll never find out. Wow, that's really psychologically impactful. No. I don't know. I feel like if I stream something I've never played before, I have more of a chance of not liking it. That's what happened to me with Cyberpunk. I streamed it twice and I didn't like it.
These samples will help fund upgrades to the
And then I
Destroyer.
played it off stream and
Welcome
I
aboard, Helldiver.
ended up liking
I look
it.
forward to serving with you. After we retake Cyberstan, we'll
So I don't
turn
know.
over every asteroid in the galaxy until
I
we
don't know.
find where the automatons came from.
I'll probably decide by, if not by next stream, the stream after. But even then, playing the classic collection, not even really sure if I'm that interested in playing it.
Cyberstan has been a rehabilitation facility for the cyborgs since the First Galactic War.
Oh, I see.
What a lot of people don't realize is just how many patriotic citizens it takes to keep an operation like that afloat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Avenge every last one of them.
But yeah, that's I guess that's the end of the stream. Don't have enough samples, and I don't have enough samples because oh, that was weird. Stutter for a second. I don't have enough samples because I don't play the tougher missions, but I can't play the tougher missions because I don't have anybody to play with, and I don't have anybody to play with, so I have a lower level, and I have a lower level because I can't get the samples to upgrade my stuff, but then, you know, it goes in a circle. I don't know. I'll play this again, but probably not for a while. I have been meaning to finish playing Subnautica. I played it like 4 times in a row, and that was maybe a bit excessive, but it was fun. Let me take a quick look here. I have to finish Cry of Fear. That's another one to the list. But then again, I could play Resident Evil 4 again. Or I could there's not a lot to go back on. I could play Halo. I could play like Castlevania or Dino Crisis. I could play a PS1 game. Oh, I did say we were gonna play Silent Hill for the UFO ending. That's another option. There's so much to choose from. And because of that, I will choose to do nothing. But that's gonna be the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. But anyways, bye. I was about to say, have you played Resident Evil 4 or 5? Resident Evil 4 and 5 on stream before. I played both the original and the remake of 4. Technically, I played 3 on stream as well, but that was like years and years ago. And if I play 5, I'd probably want to play it with somebody else, so I can get that real co-op experience. But I want to save the first Resident Evil for October, so it's kind of tough to choose. But try Dino Crisis and Castlevania one day. I'm sure you will probably like them. Yeah, I will. I did look into how to play Castlevania. There's like a whole collection on Steam that has most of them. So if I go that route, I think that would be the easiest way to play them. Halo games are a good idea. Yeah. I guess technically they would be. I played Infinite on stream. And I played a little bit of ODST the last day of February. But I don't know. There's so many things to choose from. And I don't know what I'd actually enjoy playing. Cuz those would be all games that I've played before, but then, you know, I don't know if I'd really get into Dino Crisis or Castlevania or like Doom. But I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, thank you for watching. It's been a weird time, I guess. I was trying to work on some stuff off stream, and it just didn't end up materializing. The Metal Gear video that I was working on, I ended up filming a whole bunch of it, and I ended up not liking it. When I was reading the script and everything, I was like, it still needs some work. So, I don't know when it'll be released, but it'll happen eventually. I don't even know if it's a good time to make it right now. But I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, thank you for watching. Stay hydrated. Oh, that was close. Take care of yourselves. Go to sleep early. And have a good rest of your night. Thank you for watching me play Helldivers 2. And I'll see you next time. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow or on Sunday. Probably tomorrow. Seems like a good idea. But I'll see you whenever that is. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Peace. This is a very upbeat song to end on.